Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Deja Lynn from Who Is Deja Lynn? You know, who is Deja Lynn? Who is Deja Lynn? Anyway, in today's video, I am going to be creating a couple of DIY pieces that will go over the top of my couch, and I have been trying to figure this out for the longest time. Haven't been able to find anything that I really like that goes over my couch. I've been coming across the trend with the baskets up on the walls, and I really love that idea. And it's kind of like in the Scandinavian boho-ish kind of look that I'm going for my home decor. So I was really inspired to try and create that look as well. Some of the pieces that I'm going to be creating are going to be DIY, so they're going to be completely from scratch, and then some of the pieces are going to be thrifted. Some of them have been given to me. But before we get into this video, if you have not already, head over to Instagram and follow me over there. And then you can go follow me over on Pinterest, because I am about to start posting some of my work to Pinterest. So it'll be like a step-by-step, like how to create certain things. If you're not into watching the videos, you can follow me on Pinterest and just kind of see it. But it'll also be a link that will direct you to the video so that you can see the full tutorial. Don't forget to subscribe as well. Thanks so much to all of my new subscribers. Thanks so much to all the people who have been supporting my channel. And I really want to get these DIY videos like really out there. So if you like this video, it will also help me get in the algorithm. So please like this video after you watch it. Alright, and let's just go ahead and get into the video, right? So let's go. Alright guys, so before we jump into this DIY, I just wanted to show you this book. It's called The Homebody Book by Joanna Gaines, and has been one of my biggest inspirations with my whole decor in my house. So, okay, so we're going to start off with a thimble, some scissors, some Dollar Tree glue, of course a glue gun, and then I'm going to be using a cardboard pizza plate, which is going to be my template, and then it's going to be what I'm going to actually be using for one of the crafts. I'm also going to be using some nautical rope that is from the Dollar Tree as well. And the first thing you're going to do is just going to glue it into a small circle so that you're able to start wrapping it around. And you're just going to, dab a little bit of glue each time, and then move the nautical rope around into a circle as you are gluing as well. So an easier way to be able to glue this glue down is to hold it upright and to glue it on the top of the nautical rope, and then you can lay it back down and begin to push it together to make it like a little tackier, to make sure that it sticks. I just like to, as you see here, just take it and wait for it to dry for a few seconds, and then kind of push it back and forth together to give it more of a tacky feel. And then once I finish that, then I go ahead and glue it all together. And for me, this feels like it's more of a secure lock in place. To give the basket more of a basket look, to give the nautical rope more of a basket look, I'm going to take the nautical rope and then glue it around the top portion of the circle to give it more of that basket look. I think I only did this one time around, and then I went ahead and cut it off and just glued that down to kind of hide it so that it wasn't as noticeable. Next, I'm going to be going in with some acrylic paint, and all I used was these two different whites. It was an off-white and then a regular white, just to kind of bring some contrast there. So just a heads up, I did not like this painting at all. I wish I would have traced it out ahead of time before doing this, or something, but I thought I could freehand it and it would turn out good, and it just did not turn out the way I expected. I wish I've also would have stopped when I got right here, but I didn't. I continued to go, and then you're going to see next is going to be the final look, which I did not like, but hey, I went with it. I think I'm going to actually turn it around and recreate the painting on the other side. So getting into the next DIY, I'm going to be doing the same thing that I did with the first one, except this time I'm going to glue it down onto the piece of cardboard. So we're going to be using the cardboard as our base. So being sure to leave about 2 inches around the perimeter of the circle. I'm going to go ahead and cut it off about right there, and then we're going to start making our tassels. So to make your tassels, you're just going to need a small piece of cardboard depending on the size that you want. I wrap mine around about 30 times, then I cut the end, and then I'm going to take another piece of string, lay that group of strings on top of that one, and then secure it by tying a double knot. Once we've tied a double knot, we're going to get another piece of string and tie that around the top portion of the tassel to give that tassel-like look with the yarn. Also, you're going to take that other string and then tie that into a double knot as well. Now you just need to create about 30 more tassels to go around your piece. I use this old yarn that I actually thrifted. It's in cream, and I really like this color, and yeah, I can't tell you where to get it because I had thrifted it. So you can always go to like Michael's, Joann's, or you know, not Marshall's, Walmart. They always have yarn there as well. So yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and hot glue these all the way around, and then we have our second DIY. So yes, okay, forgot about this part. We're gonna comb it out. I just wanted to comb it out and flatten it out to give it more of a bushy look. And then I'm going to cut any like little straggly pieces to make sure that everything is nice and even. And then that's the end of that DIY. Alright, for the next DIY, we're going to need some twine and an arrangement grid. Actually, the top of a lamp from a wire from a lamp, not wire. Metal from a lamp, and I just went ahead and took that out and just saved it and decided that I would use it for another DIY, and it definitely came in handy. So that's where I got this at, but you can always get them at Target, you can get them at Dollar Tree, and they also have them at like any craft store. So I'm going to go ahead and seal that twine off and make sure that it is nice and secure so that it does not come apart or it doesn't start to shed later on in the future. Then I'm just going to grab my scissors and cut off any straggle pieces that are on the outside of the circle with just to get them off. You can also burn it as well. And here's what it looks like up close, just to give you an idea. Now we're going to get our yarn again in cream, and we are going to cut about, I think this is about 10 to 12 inches of yarn in length to get started on our macrame. And as you see, I'm just doing it right in my hand. We don't need a full arm length. We just need, you know, half of that, so half of a yard. Then I'm going to go ahead and cut the ends and untangle them because some of it's still kind of tangled. When you're using yarn, it gets tangled a little more when you're making macrame than with the regular macrame cord. Now I'm just going to take 4 pieces of that yarn to form one macrame piece, which is going to be our first, I think it's called a loop knot. Correct me in the comments if I'm wrong. I am not an expert on macrame making, however, I do know how to do it. But this is, we're just going to say the knot. So we're just making that one knot. I'm not doing any detailed macrame making here, just something really simple. And I'm going to do this, I think there's about 15 or 20 in total. And then we're going to make another one at the top with just 2 pieces of macrame string, just to make sure that it's a little thick and sturdy. Okay, now we're going to grab another piece of twine about 6 inches long, and we're going to make another knot just right at the top of where we made the first knot at, just to make sure it overlaps. And this is going to make sure that we're able to hang up our macrame piece up on the wall. After we've made our knot and made sure that it's nice and secure, we're going to take smaller pieces of yarn and do almost like a fish bone look we're going to create a leaf. I've been seeing these all on Pinterest and I've been wanting to try them for a while. So I went ahead and did a little playing around with this just to see how it turned. So you're just going to use the same method that you use to do the bottom half of the macrame. You're just going to do that one simple knot around and around this middle rope, and we're going to go back and forth. So we're going to have one going to the left and then one going to the right. Once we've filled it up to our desired length, then we're going to push it all together. And you might notice when you see here in a few seconds that it looks pretty spaced out. So we're going to push it together, and once we push it together, it'll be a bit more smushed to give more of a thicker look. But then after that, you're going to have to add some more, because as you can see, it pretty much shrinks when you're using the yarn. And so that's what I did. Now we're just going to go ahead and start to make the shape of our leaf. And I kind of went over this a bunch of times to make sure that I had the look that I want. Make sure that your scissors are pretty sharp, because it's going to be hard to get a nice, accurate cut if you don't. I'm also going to comb this out to give it again a fuller and more enhanced look. You know, the string, it was nice the way it was before, but I feel like this way just gives it more of a leaf look. Once we've combed it out, again, we're going to go ahead and shape it a little bit more just to give it that leaf-like feel. And then we're going to go at the bottom and begin to cut the shape. I know some people like theirs straight, some people like theirs, you know, in different lengths. Some people like it just like you see now. I actually really love the triangle look at the bottom, so that's the look that I'm going for this one. You can go on Pinterest. There are tons of them if you don't, you know, have an understanding or an idea of what to do. But there's a bunch of different kind on Pinterest that you can go ahead and check out. And so that's the last DIY for this project. Okay guys, here's the final reveal. I hope you enjoyed watching this as much as I did creating these pieces. Last minute, I decided to add some faux eucalyptus plants and these little Dollar Tree succulent frames, and of course some Target dollar section pumpkins to spice it up a little bit. If you enjoyed watching this video, please give it a like and subscribe. I would love for you guys to come back for my next videos in the future. Alright guys, thanks so much for watching this video. I really hope that you enjoyed this DIY. I hope that you enjoyed this whole look, because like I'm completely for it. Yeah, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Thanks for watching.